just go and check my iPad and make sure we have sound out of the gate. I've worked out what happens with this app because I've been setting an alarm to remind me that it's time to go live, and I haven't always been turning it off, and the snooze, it comes on and takes over. So let me check that I have sound first. Do I have sound? Yes. Yay! All right. Okay. I figured it out. Everything is figure outable. All right. So I'm going to delete the last one and I'm going to redo this lesson for you. So we're here. This is live. We are live. But I figured it out. Everything is figure outable. Okay. Let's do this again. Sorry. The lesson. Let's talk about the lesson. All right. The lesson today is, please disregard the previous video. I will delete it. But I now know why I keep losing sound. At least, we've recreated the situation and I've figured it out. I'm very proud of myself right now. All right. So today's lesson, number 13, hour 13, is the fastest path from cold to sold. And we have sound, and I know it's not going to go anywhere. So the fastest path from cold to sold is, we've tried lots and lots of different ways to help people grow an email list. I mean, that's how we started. We needed to learn how to grow an email list. So the best way to learn is to teach. So we were teaching people how to grow an email list very early on. And therefore, lead magnets are what you needed. And we've tried little $1 offers and $2 offers and tripwires and ebooks and downloadables and recorded videos. We've tried lots and lots and lots of things, checklists and all sorts of things. And being lucky enough to not just test our funnels, being able to also test clients' funnels and really hone in on the best lead magnet by far to be able to get somebody from cold to sold, to get to know, like, and trust you faster, is live events. Now, you can call them anything you like. You can call it a live boot camp, masterclass, challenge is tend to be the one that we tend to use a lot, or we just call it a live 3-day event. But it's a 3 to 5 day event. We've run 30 days as well. If we're testing something, we may run it over a full 30 days. So we can continuously be growing our list over the 30 days. And, even if people join late, we're running a couple of classes every week and they can just binge towards the end. So that one, we're not, we might do that at the beginning when we're testing lots of copy and we want a lot more time to kind of play with the messaging as well. But once you've dialed it in, it's best to run sort of around a 5-day, we find, to work the best. It gives people enough time to get to know, like, and trust you, to choose whether or not they like your teaching style. Because not everyone likes the sparkle. I got hater clubs out there all telling me I'm too bubbly, right? But so they get to, one, experience your teaching style. The next thing is you get to create a transformation. They get to see that you give them results, right? And then the next thing is, when you run it in a challenge way, and especially the way we teach, is you make community within the challenge. So we have members who are going through our live trainings. They make friends and they start DMing each other. They make connections. And then when the offer comes for the program, they're joining together and they're supporting each other and being each other's accountability buddies. So it's a win-win for both, being able to create that community. So they're the main reasons. The community, the know, like, and trust factor grows. They get to see your teaching style. And especially in the early days, if you're starting out trying to hone your message in, or, maybe you've been selling your product for a while, but you haven't been able to scale it because you're not always 100% sure if you're clear on your messaging. And eventually just kind of getting people just doesn't just happen. It really, really comes down to messaging and spending time with people, talking to them, learning about their problems helps you to work out how best to get them to that transformation. So when you're actually thinking about running a live challenge or training or boot camp or whatever you want to call it, when you're thinking of running a live event, there's two ways where we will usually talk about what are you going to put in it. So the first thing we'll look at is, what is your offer? What's the bigger transformation that you're offering them? So somebody's got they're in the rain, they're all by themselves, they're lonely, they're struggling, they're stuck with something in either health, wealth, or relationships, right? There's something that they're struggling with. And you've figured something out, right? You've experienced it yourself and you've been able to get yourself to the other side, and now you want to help others. Or you've been through some sort of training, or you've worked in that industry for a while and you've got results, and now you want to turn it into a mentoring, coaching course or program. So you've got this, I'm sitting in the rain all by myself, I'm lonely, I'm hurting, and I need help to, here, let me show you where all the beautiful rainbows, sunshine, and sparkles are at full transformation. Okay, so first we look at that, the larger idea. And then from that, we make a choice between two decisions. Do we want to do a bird's eye view over the whole program and say, these are the things that you need to do, but we also need to give them a win, okay? If you're not giving them some type of win along the way, it's going to be like just pointless information. You know, we don't just teach the what and the why, but we also teach the how. But remember that the things that you do, it's taken you years. So even in 5 days, there's no way you're going to teach everything, but you also don't want to give them the false sense of security that what you've taught is the everything, because that's sort of the tricky part there. You still also need to show the gap that you leave at the end of the training. And even after you sell that larger program, there's still going to be a gap that you will tell them about, which will be your continuity or membership program on the end of that, which is similar to what we're working with Kathy to do now, similar to what we did. So that's the first one, the big bird's eye overview, making sure you do give them a couple of wins along the way. The second one is, when you build out a program, what we teach you to do is we teach you to look for the biggest hurdles and the milestones that you need to get people through, right? And then to get over those hurdles and milestones, there's lots of little lessons, and then they can jump over that hurdle, okay? Module. It's the end of the module. Like, oh, wow, I've had this win, right? So it's the end of that module. And then there'll be a few of those, because that's what a course is, right? It's a few of those modules. Let me just check. Another notification just popped on my phone, and I want to make sure if that notification has killed the sound as well. So let me just check both, because I'm still trying to figure out why this particular app keeps killing my sound. So let's see if it's done that. Has it killed my sound? No, it hasn't. Excellent. Hasn't killed my sound. Awesome. Yay, third time's the charm. All right. So where were we? So your modules. So then you'll have between sort of 4 to 6 or 8 modules that you'll be wanting to take people through a 4, 6, or 8 week program, maybe a 12-week program, up to you. What you then want to do is, if you don't want to do the bird's eye view style, where you give them an overview of your whole program with wins, you look for one hurdle and you pull that hurdle out, that milestone out, and you teach that. And it's recommended that it's no more than 20% of your larger program. Okay, so you pull a tiny piece out, teach that, and it's no bigger than the 20% of your larger program. So I'll give you an example. Those who went through List Growth Made Easy, tiny, probably not even 5% of the entire thing that we do, but it was enough to show people what a basic funnel looks like. But sure, you can put a PDF in it, but unless you've got a back-end strategy on follow-ups and sales and other conversions and tracking numbers and setting goals, it's not everything. It just gives them the confidence to say, oh, now I sort of kind of get what a funnel is. But then what, right? There's that larger A to Z that they're looking for, and you need to leave that gap as well. You want to give them a win. You want to make them feel awesome and like your teaching style, but then you also need to ensure that you leave that gap, which is why challenges are so awesome, because You get to work with people, you get to talk to people, you get to learn from them. And as you dial that in, so we get you to, when you join our program, you literally within 6 to 8 weeks, if we have to, we'll let you go out to 12. But our first meeting we have together, we lock in your date. What is your launch date? And within 6 to 8 weeks, you literally have a challenge up and running and you're filling it. And usually you're selling before you even get to that point, right? So that's what you want to do. You want to give them a quick win once they come into your program as well. Because if you wait too long and you make it too difficult for them to actually make that momentum and move forward, it's going to end up like another one of those courses that they buy and they just put it on the shelf because it's all too hard. Like if you want to lose weight, right? If you want to lose weight, if you can lose a lot of weight early, you're more likely to stick to it, right? If you are trying to save your relationship, you want the win and the chemistry to come back as fast as possible. Sure, you'll fight in between, but you need to figure out a way to reignite that chemistry as quickly as possible, because if you're still working on it 6 and 12 months down the track, well, people are going to get frustrated and give up. So that you've got to try and give people quick wins, even if some of those quick wins are just really small, like remembering what it was like on their first date, right? And taking them back to that place and remembering how beautiful it was. Or, you know, maybe like we've got a client who's a dog trainer. Potty training, not easy, but what if you could teach the dog to sit as well while you're also teaching potty training? That's a quick win. And she doesn't say that she out there to the public, she's known for potty training, but that's another thing that you could think of when you're incorporating it into challenges. What are some other little mini quick wins we can give them while still leaving the gap? All right, that's it. I'm done. 3rd time's a charm with this one. PJ time next when I got to clean my face and get all this makeup off. So you get to see me makeup free for the next few hours before all the team and stuff waking up. Well, some of the team will be already starting to wake up on the other side of the world. But guess what? I get the house. Yes. Last time we ran this challenge, I had to sleep outside in my office. I've got a couch and everything out there, and it's a comfy couch, but all night out in the office is not really fun. So this time around, I said, honey, darling, please, I love you. Could you sleep down in the other end of the house in the spare room and down where the other bedrooms are? There's a toilet down there and a shower. He'll be fine. We can close off that end so they don't need to hear all the crazy through the night while we're teaching. And then I get the master end of the house, the master bedroom, the main lounge room, toilet and kitchen. So yay me. Oh, all right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in again. Hour 13, we're over halfway. Next, I am finding my PJs. I'm getting comfy and I'm taking off the face. Not that it's like literally been peeling off all day. As you can see, I've really not touched up much through the day. It's gotten more oily and greasy and gross as the day went on. I'm like, whatever. You just get it done. If you are having problems getting the workbook, please let us know. We don't know what's going on. First, we thought it was a Safari thing. Then we thought it was a Mac thing. And now we're finding that some people are getting it and some people are not, which is really strange. But we did just build it this morning. It was like a last minute thing. Oh, let's turn the bot on to send the workbooks out. So if you are having troubles getting the workbook, please let us know. We'll just email it to you. But also when you do email us to ask for the workbook, could you tell us what device you were using? Were you in Safari or Chrome? Were you using a Mac or a PC? Everything's figure-outable and we want to recreate it. We just haven't been able to recreate it enough to define, a little bit like the sound problem. I recreated it enough times that I figured that shit out. But hello, problem. You've come to visit me today, as you do. All right, guys, I better go. I'm about to hit my 15-minute time limit. Never let anyone dull your sparkle. I'll see you at the top of the next hour. It's PJ time. Yes, I can't wait I might go and jump in the shower before. See you soon.